when you're studying philosophy, there's a number of different subfields you might be studying. Philos means the love of, and Sophia means wisdom. And someone who loves wisdom, or someone who is a philosopher, might be engaged in all sorts of human condition questions. Another subfield in philosophy that you might be studying is called ethics. And when you're studying the subfield in philosophy called ethics, there's 3 different branches that you might be studying. One of the subfields in ethics is called metaethics. Another subfield is called normative ethics. And this one really has this root word norm. I'll go through and explain each one. And the third subfield in ethics is called applied ethics. Now, when you're studying ethics, you are studying philosophy. When you're studying philosophy, you're studying ethics. There might be 3 different branches in which you are learning. Now, when you take an action and you call it wrong or unethical or impermissible, you are doing what's called applied ethics. Applied ethics is when you are applying your ethical theories about what's right and wrong to actual actions. What are the theories that you might be applying to actions? That's what you'd be learning if you were studying normative ethics. Normative ethics has this root word norm. Think about what is normal, the standard, the way we normally operate. Normative ethical theories tell you the standards according to which actions are right and wrong. When you take those normative ethical theories and you apply them to actions, then you're doing applied ethics. And this video is not going to be taking theories and applying them to actions. This video is not going to be studying the different theories according to which an action is right or wrong. Instead, in this video, we're studying the subfield of ethics, which is a subfield of philosophy, called metaethics. Meta means beyond or within, somehow unlimited by. So when we're studying metaethics, we're thinking about some things that are above actual ethical claims or beneath them or within them, something that has to do with what's right and wrong, but not what is right and wrong as far as actions go, or what theories are the right and wrong theories according to which actions are right and wrong. Let's study what metaethics is. When you're going beyond ethics, you're asking questions about the origin, in other words, the source of ethics. So think about what you're doing when you say that some action is morally obligatory. You have to do it. Or something is morally impermissible. You are not allowed to do it. Someone who's studying metaethics is going beyond those ethical claims and is asking background questions like, what's the origin of right and wrong? Or what's the source of what is right and wrong? And when we say right, we mean something like righteous. We mean something like the good thing to do. When we say wrong, we might mean something like sin if we're talking within the field of philosophy of religion, or we might just mean something that is bad for us to do. So here's some words that come up in ethics. That was right, that was good, that was wrong, that was bad. A metaethical question is asking what the source is of those concepts. Where does goodness even come from? Or where does sin or righteousness or permissibility even come from? Now, if you're religious, you have an answer. It comes from God. If you believe in no God, then where might you say we get ideas like good or bad? Maybe you believe it comes from the culture. And so this has a lot of different fields that we can get into, like anthropology or sociology, studying cultural relativism, studying religion. But the point here is that those kinds of questions are called metaethical questions because they are dealing with right and wrong, but they're not claiming that some action is right or wrong. That'd be applied ethics. Metaethical questions are not talking about the theories according to which something is right or wrong. That would be normative ethics. Instead, metaethical questions are the ones that are asking background about the assumption or the attitudes of the people who are using these kinds of words. Now, we can leave the origin or the source of right and wrong behind, and we can say that metaethics not only is about that, but it's also about meaning. When we're studying metaethics, we can also be thinking about meaning. So there's all these ethical words like wrong, right, bad, good, sin, righteous. Metaethical question would come in here and say, what does it even mean to call an action good? Or what does it even mean to call a person good? Something else that you might be doing is asking whether those concepts in ethics are objective or not. So here's another subfield, if you will, of metaethics. It asks about the scope of truth. When someone makes a moral claim, they say that it is wrong to lie to your father about whether you brushed your teeth. Is it objectively wrong? Is the truth about what's right or wrong objective, applying to everyone, everywhere, forever, always? Or is the truth instead subjective? If the truth instead is subjective, then the claims about what is good or bad to do or wrong or right to do depend on context. And that's also something that you'd be studying in metaethics. When you're studying metaethics, you're studying the background questions before you even get into the theories about what's right and wrong, and before you even take those theories and apply them to actions. When you're doing metaethics, there's lots of different ways you might be asking those background questions. Here are 3 of them.